G'day legends, my name's Ray. We're trying to doing this a little bit back to front. Today's January 20th. So I haven't really done an introduction yet, so I thought I'd better spit one out. We're already into the build. Me and my beautiful wife have left Australia. I've come back over here to Amnat, Charoen, where we're building our house on a farm. We were pretty lucky. Dad's given us a bit of land, and yeah, so we decided to build up here. So I'm building a 5-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms, with 5-metre verandas all the way around it. It's like an Australiana homestead style house. One thing is to keep it a bit cool in summer, and the other one is so we can walk the whole property in monsoon season, and essentially shouldn't get wet. Obviously, if the wind blows, we might get a little bit wet, but we should be all right. Sorry about that. I just heard another cement truck roll up. Yeah, so that's the plan. So I'm going to try and get some of this content out. I said I've never done this before. I've never used editing software, or as you'll see by some of the film, I've never used this DJI before. It's taken me a little bit to get used to it. I still get the buttons mixed up, but bear with us, guys. If you want to have a look, yeah, jump on board and enjoy the ride. And I'll try and give you as much insight to the good stuff and the bad stuff as I can. As you'll see by some of the videos that I've already done, you will, which will come out hopefully very shortly, you'll see some of the pitfalls that I've come across so far. All right, guys, love yous, and stay tuned. See yous. So we had to change it a wee bit because the back wall slopes off because we put so much bloody dirt in the joint. We've taken it back about 8-10 metres. So this red mark here on the floor, comparing to the old shack that we used to have. So it's now, that's the end of the veranda, but the house is now coming this way, down to that mark there. So we've got to abolish this a little bit, which is not so bad, but that's life. So we've actually come from there and brought it to here, and it's basically going to run straight through there out the other side. So if you come down this way a bit, when we come down, that's the old kitchen in there, and the old dunny. There's a double ablution block in there. There's 2 shitters in there, and obviously laundry will keep them blocks there. So that whole shit house will go and kitchen will go, but we're going to keep the other part because that's going to be for a future project, which I'll show you later. But we've got to refill. Here's a security dogs sitting around on guard, but down here we have to backfill down that side. So the old bamboo pole there, that's roughly where we're going to come out to. So the retaining wall will actually come along this edge here. But when you come down the back, you'll see exactly what I mean. By the drop off, it's quite extensive. So bang, that's the drop off there. So what? And obviously we want to keep this view, because once the obviously once it all grows up, and it's just absolutely stunning out here. At a later date, we're going to reclaim that land there. And that land there is going to enable this dam to be dug wider and deeper. And then down the back there, just off that back drop there, there's another dam just down behind that. And then those first 2 rice fields you see down there with the fence, that's going to be turned into future cattle house or barn, whatever you want to call it. That's the plan anyway at the moment. Things do change, as we all know. But yeah, so this retaining wall, it's like the bloody Great Wall of China. It's going to be quite an extensive job, but we're not going to block it. So what I suggested to do, because you've got a lot of water pressure, don't forget, on blocks. So we were originally going to come back to here and we're going to start. We were going to originally block it, and then I went, nah, this is just crazy. It's going to cost us an absolute bloody fortune. Yeah, it'll probably look twice as nice, but so I'm going to start the digging from here. So that's about 3 metres in from that wall, and just put a gradual slope and just take this taper off, and then we're going to rock wall it and concrete it. So that will hold itself up with its own weight, because I think it's called, I forget what they call it now for the water pressure on the wall, hydro something or other. It does push up a lot of water pressure because you've got to put obviously holes through the wall to allow the water to escape. Especially we're looking, that there's about, that'd have to be close to 6 metres high. So that'll come right across here and go to this edge. We'll just ramp all that off, and then around the sides we'll do the same. We've got a little bit of property line here, so we can bring that back in a bit, so we can chase that along there where it's basically the highest, and then we'll block it up top, so it will look quite good. The back is basically made. I had to pick it up, so I want the back here, this part of the land here, I wanted to be higher, about 200 mil higher than the road at the front, and it wasn't. This was all originally rice paddies. All through here was all rice fields that the old man built back in the day. So I've stuck in here 4,500 cubic metres of soil so far. We've had 900 trucks in here so far, and now we've got to get some more in. So I reckon probably another 500 cubes, I'm thinking, roughly. We've got to pick all this land up in here. So all this land where you see all in here is going to be basically mum's gardens, veggie patches, stuff like that. And then over the back here, where these beans are and stuff, over this section here, once these veggies are done, we're going to dig these out. They're all going to be gone, and I'll level all this up. I'll fill all this in as well. Here's the rest of the security force. Good to see you good boys are on alert. Thanks very much for your help. So we'll fill all this in here, and then basically this section where these bushes are here and in here, I'm going to build a pretty big chook pen. So it's probably going to be 20 metres long or 5 metres wide, and we're going to stick a shitload of chooks in here. And then the old duck, I'll segment it off so she can have half of it for veggie patch, half of it for chook run, and then the next year this will be the veggie patch and that'll be the chook run. So we just turning the soil over, getting the chook stuff shit on it, and eat all the bugs and stir it all up. It's basically free fertiliser. And then we will block on the edge of the house over here, where you can see the green there. So the wall will come up across there and then come up this way here, go up to the road, across the front. There'll be a gate over there where the driveway is, where those cars are sitting, and then it'll block over there and block down that side. Here comes my beautiful wife, so hello.
Hello.
This is my beautiful wife, Yui. So yeah, thanks honey. And then that's basically what we're going to do there. Then we've got a double drive, so we've got this road coming in here. So the way I've built the house, it's going to have a 5 metre veranda all the way around it. So one car will drive straight off the end of that orange, and the other car will come through that lean-to over there. Where all these, I'll show you, let me get a bit closer. So where this lean-to is here, and the hammock, you can see the hammock swing away with grandma in. Well, right behind that is a driveway. It comes, I might as well bloody show you. Oh, we can go this way. It cuts through here, so there's a lean-to here. So this lean-to, where it is here, will come out there, and the cars can go straight in up. One car can go straight in this way, and the other car comes in that way. So that's the way I've designed it. So there's going to be a 5 metre veranda off the front, 5 metre veranda off this side, on that side and at the back. So you can walk the whole house in monsoon season and not get a drop of rain on you. Which will be, obviously, unless the winds are blowing at 150 km an hour, then you'll probably get saturated. But the plan is to keep the whole house under shade. we're just in the early throws. We've got the first pole stuck in the ground. So I helped unload these this morning for the boys. In Australia, obviously, we use star pickets and all the rest of it, but not here. So this is the first few pegs going in. There's one of the boys doing the work for us. So yeah, that's the plan anyway, guys, so far. As I said, I'll try to get me DJI working this morning, but it's, I don't know, it's having a hissy fit, saying something, I haven't done something right, so it's probably user error, I would think. But yeah, as it progresses, guys, we'll keep you up to date. We'll give some more updates on it, and we'll show you what it's all about, and hopefully you come along for the journey and enjoy the ride, mate. It's going to be, I'm here for, hopefully we can get it done before June. I've got to go back to Australia before June. Wife's waiting on a PR visa, so we've got a BVB visa at the moment to get her over here for 12 months. But we've only got literally till June the 6th to be back in Australia, and we fly back in on June the 4th. So we're maximising all our time, but yeah, we just got to try and do it. Oh, here's a boar that the old boy put down a few years ago, but it's apparently she shits the brick in dry season, so she's not real flash in dry season. It dries out, I believe. So I've already stuck another one. We've got more land over that side over there, so I don't know if you guys can see it with this bloody phone of mine, but behind those big trees over there's a big water stand, and we've piped the water to the house behind me. When I first come up here, we didn't have a drop of running water, and I stuck a bore in over there, and we ran the pipe. I think the pipe comes down the side of the hill somewhere. It runs well. Actually, I think they've diverted it across the front now because of what we're going to do. Yeah, they have. So it basically comes in on this corner. There's a little drain hole, a drain under the road here, so we stuck it through that, and we've just run it off the corner here. So we've got to move that too, because that's on the neighbour's land now. We had the government come in and redo all the bloody boundary lines because we had a little bit of issue. But so I said, look, let's not muck around. Let's just do the righty boy, everyone. If we're on someone's land, we'll get off it and say sorry, have a barbecue, and move on. So that's exactly what we did. So you can see the little disc on the ground there. That pipe runs that way, so we'll just move that. Bring over all this land over the other side here. You can see the big stand over there now that we built last time. So that's all our land over there as well. So we own all this. Mum's veggie patches over there, but we're going to turn that into a bit of grass for the cows. So I'm thinking Napier grass. It grows like wildfire, man. You know, it's bloody good, and you get a high yield off it for an acre. I think I forget it. It's just some phenomenal amount of tonnage you get off it, but it's basically for silage. So yeah, all this here is all our land in here as well. So there's the old boy's cassava. It goes to that big tree there. That big tree is where the land stops. So it goes up there, comes across this way, and then goes up again. So there's another 2 blocks of land in here, which, you know, if they come up for the right price, it's probably worthwhile purchasing them. And then I've just got this whole block here, and we can just sow the whole lot with Napier grass, and then just never have to worry about feed again. I wouldn't mind sticking 5, we'll start out with probably 5 Brahmas, decent bloodline Brahmas, and see if we can breed a few up and see what the going price is for them these days, and might make a bit of passive income for the folks off it, stuff like that. And yeah, go from there. But there's going to be a big gate here. That's that gate I was going to tell you about before, the property line obviously. So we'll run a big gate across here, and then that'll be block, and it'll be blocked down that side of the fence, and block in here, and then we'll take you down this way as well, and we'll show you this bloody where the property line is and where the old boy used to bring the car before. So this was the original driveway in here, where he used to run down into the house. That's one of the aunties there, so yeah, he used to come in here. So we're basically going to keep this open. What I will do is I will probably block down this wall here. So I'll probably block down this side. This is my thoughts, whether they come true or not, I don't know. There's my young son and kin, say hello. There he is, good looking lad. So we'll come down this way and we'll run it straight down here. Now, originally I thought the house, we might be able to use this driveway, but I don't think so. So we'll just block it right through here, and that'll be the outer wall of the chook farm. So, and then we'll come down here and we'll run it straight through here. So probably where those puppy ears are, we'll probably run it on the inside of them, straight across into here, and then this will be all opened up in here. And then obviously the buffalo house, which is down here, will change. Gee, I might take you down, I'll show you that anyway, because I did mention that before about the buffalo. I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. So, yeah, like any Thai or Issan town, you know, the buffaloes aren't allowed out in rice season because obviously they'll go and eat the bloody rice. So the poor buggers are stuck in here. When I make the outdoor kitchen, we've got an outdoor kitchen on the house. It's not I'm not doing a Farang kitchen or fuck all like that. Let's face it, you're cooking with chilies and garlic and whatever else, mate, and it just literally will run through your household, which I don't mind. I don't mind the smell of it, to be honest, but my wife said, no, honey, let's make an outdoor kitchen, keep the smell outside. I said, all right, no worries. Here's that dam. And so, yeah, we're just down the back of the property now. So if we come down here, there's one of those discs that the government come and make for the property line. They put these bloody things in here, and they run them down, and they GPS them and run them down. So basically there's the end of the big dam, is right here, and just on the other side of it is a small dam. So it does drop off there a fair bit. So my thought process is to fill this outer edge up to match that, to keep this up high, so we can put a bit more water in here around the far edge, around this front edge here, because as you can see it is quite damp. And then when we come down here, this side will be brought up as well. I'm just going to make a decision how high I really need to go to keep this water out, which I'm thinking is going to have to be quite significant. I think I'm going to have to come up a fair bit because there's a fair bit of water, or drop some pipes in, and when this dam drops down, drop some pipes in a lot lower, digging through. There are some already through the wall. You can see one right down the end. I don't know if you can see. I'll walk down towards it and I'll show you. So there's one coming out here now. There's one right just there coming out of the ground. So that obviously pipes under here, runs into that field, and then they've got more for the next one, so on and so forth. Goes all the way down. And there's one up the top end there, you can see it now, sticking out the wall. So my thought process is, in this parcel of land between the dam, between this little pond dam here and this levee bank here, build it up a bit and put the buffalo house or the cow house in that section of land right there. Block it up, probably 4 blocks high, 5 blocks high, run some steel poles around it, put a decent tin roof on it, and then this section of land from the edge of the levee bank to that fence there and back up to the edge of the road there, I'm going to lift it up and section it off with water pipe. And so come rice season, when they're growing the rice, the cows can be let out into this paddock and allow them to walk. And that also that gives them a little bit of exercise, but allows them to mosey on, and then we can feed them in there as well, and we put some feed things in there and stuff like that as well. Our land goes right down to the back here, so we got shitloads of land, and the old boy still wants to grow his rice. Loves growing his rice, mate. He's done it for years. We bagged it all up yesterday, mate. Just about bloody killed me, but we got it done. Yeah, so to this fence line here, that we're looking at now, that section of land right there, I'm going to turn it in so the cows or the Brahmas can just go out for a walk, man. Just walk around, get some exercise, keep the blood flowing and all the rest of it. That's the deal. That's what I'm thinking of doing to start with. House first, obviously. This will come second. Oh, the chook pen will be probably second, and this will be third. So we'll get that done, kick back, see what life brings after that. And yeah, go from there. But it's going to take us a while. So, all right, guys, I love yous and leave yous. Thanks for hanging in there if you hung in to the end. Yeah, if you want to like and subscribe, go for your life. If not, just want to pop in and say hello, go do that as well.